Okay, good good evening, everyone. This is Jason Decanio from the David 3000 Network, the assistant manager. And this is an unscheduled video that's live right now. And the reason it's unscheduled is because we're getting close to the May meetings. And I want to stress the very importance of this meeting. If you haven't signed up for it yet, please note that you only have to attend one meeting, okay? But we're going to be offering four because we want everybody to, you know, participate. We surely do want your full participation. If you have watched our shows, have participated as contestants, celebrities, whatever you have an affiliation with the David 3000 Network, you are cordially invited to at least to attend one of these meetings. It's to your benefit because as far as the David 3000 Network is concerned, we want your feedback. Now, the meetings will take place Tuesday nights in May. That's May 7th, May 14th, May 21st, and May 28th at 8 o'clock on not StreamYard, on Discord. Okay. We'll be there in the game room or wherever there's an empty air space, but I will be going to head to run the meetings. These are basically the meetings that will launch the summer schedule. Now, as far as the fall schedule is concerned, we're not even close to that. But we will have meetings in August to go over those shows that will air for the next 7 months in fall and spring of 2024 and 2025. But right now, we want feedback because we've noticed also, too, that the views are very, very low on some of our shows. Now, we're not sure if YouTube is holding back those views and then upping them later on at the end of the day. But the important thing we want you to do in this situation is when you view any of our shows on the channel, any of them, we want you to give a thumbs up and we want you to comment stating you watched the program and that you have had, you're fully in support of it. That way we can track even more. And that way we know who's really been watching. Because surely, of course, if you've already subscribed to our channel, we thank you for that. And we appreciate it because we're getting fantastic subscribers. We're at 1.25K right now. So it's a huge increase and it continues to go up, 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 and up. So wherever we're getting our subscribers from, not just within the community, but all over YouTube, our channel is going high in the searches. And we want to continue that by bringing you quality programs like our game shows, like the popcorn panel, like Rant and Rave, like Wipe Those Tears. But there's also another concern that I'm concerned about. I'm concerned about, okay, now David has had this channel for 5 years, since 2019, and I have joined in this will mark my 2-year anniversary coming up at the end of December. But I've also been a podcaster myself for 14 years and have a good following of people. Now, I totally understand the age difference between me and somebody of about 20 years. I totally agree with that. I'm totally cool with that. The thing is, are you cool with me? Are you cool with the fact? You should be, because if you respect Eric Lima, who's about 5 months older than me, he's 46, okay? And you totally give him respect. So what is the difference between what he does and what I do that makes me get less views? Is it because of my I don't know. Is it because I'm from New York? That couldn't possibly be, because Victor's from New York and he's from the Bronx and Victor's got a great following. But I don't know if there's a specific personal beef with me. David says, don't worry about that. I am still going to be concerned because I want a clean slate when we go into the summer schedule on June 1st. I want to know in the meetings how you feel about the shows that I host. Am I fair to you guys? I want the honest feedback, and I don't want you to hold anything back in these meetings coming on in the month of May. Okay. Now, I know David's be like, why are you letting this bother you? I'm not letting it bother me, but I need to know, because if he's not going to press the issue, I am going to press the issue. Okay? I feel something very, very strongly. I don't know what it is. I really don't. Because the programs I host for you, I would hope that they would educate you, inspire you, entertain you. I mean, we've got a great following with Wipe Those Tears. We have a fantastic show with Saturdays with McVeigh and Jay. And we've got some truly honest, I would say very good fans that join us no matter what show I'm hosting at any given time. Now, I'm not trying to take away David's channel. I'm trying to expand it. Okay? We've taken a channel that was primarily game shows. We've expanded it with other great variety of programs. Hey, we've gotten rid of DMS 3000 News, and I'm cool with that. Some people, unfortunately, didn't think that was a great move. But I will be honest with you, I didn't really have much of a say in it. I had to go along with it. So at that point, that was an executive decision by David. And, if you feel strongly that it shouldn't have been taken off, somebody, and I've made this statement time and time again. If you like a specific program, but our upper people are like, we want to get rid of this. This is like public television, folks. The David 3000 Network is a public television network. There are no commercials. We don't get ad revenues from any kind of sponsors out there. You are our bread and butter here. You make this happen, okay? But you don't do it with money. You do it with views and listens and promotions and stuff like that. You are the glue of this. We appreciate you, okay? So if you feel like your voice is not being heard, these meetings that we're going to have in May and August are for you. They're not for me. They're not for David, but they're to get an idea of what we need to do better, what we not need to do, what we need to change. We don't know this unless you tell us. So if you're the kind of person that holds back feelings, whether they're positive or negative, I would not recommend that, because at this point we need to put our cards on the table and say, this is what we're going to do. And we have to come to a compromise. Now, I know times are tough and you want to watch specific programs, but I would think it would be in your best interest to branch out. Now, I'm branching out to watch some of your programs. And yes, I have watched some of the Popcorn Panel. I have watched some of the Rant and Rave podcast. I have watched great documentaries on this channel. Okay. But I have my favorites like you do too. So, we're trying to bring in some new programs that are going to air this summer. Of course, we've got 2 pilots coming up for game shows that are going to be hosted by Caleb Washington. And I think he's going to do a fantastic job with it. I'm officially stepping down from all of my announcing duties to, resurrect, of course, recording with Brandon Scruggs, hopefully in the summertime, so that the new seasons of Blockbusters, Joker's Wild, and Tic-Tac-Toe can resume to go into the fall for 13 weeks. Right now, I'm on break. And I'm taking this time to also let you know about the new radio channel that we're going to integrate with the David 3000 Network called WJDS 3000 Internet Radio. Now, me and David have the same kind of last names. We have a D, we're David St. Dennis. St. Dennis is like St. Dennis and Decanio. So JDS, if you think about it, is my initial with his first name, D and St. Dennis in there somewhere when we kept the 3000. And we're going to do an audio radio channel that's going to branch us out to Spotify. Now, the network can stay on YouTube, but I tell you, branch out, because there's some great shows out there that we're going to put on that WJDS 3000 radio channel, like Tom Willis's show, Cypress TV. We're going to be hooking up with him. And we're going to have him on not only YouTube, but we're going to have him on Spotify. And his show is going to branch out. As well as I've got a spiritual hour coming, which is my totally different from the JDS 3000 news, or not the news, but the internet radio channel. And I would hope that if you're a very spiritual person, regardless of your denomination, you would tune into that as well too to help us. Spotify has been very good to me. It'll ease off on the copyrights as well, because YouTube is still restricted with what we can, what we can do, what we can't do. With Spotify, we have a little more leeway with Spotify keeping our copyrights and making sure that if we do break those rules, we're still covered in a way that we won't get sued. So, very important. Coming up this week and next week, there's 2 weeks left here in April. And the way you do it, if you have the time, you pick a date. We'll see you at 8 o'clock, 7th, 14th, 21st, or 28th. Be there or be square. But this is for you guys. This only will benefit you. It won't benefit me. It won't benefit David. And it won't benefit anybody, because if nobody shows up to these meetings, then everybody's okay with what we've done so far. But I have a feeling somewhere along the line, we're not okay with this, because I need to know, and I need to find out who really likes what I do. Because, yes, I'm a rookie in this network that I have teamed up with. But let me also mention to you that I have some fantastic shows out there that deserve your attention and should be watched, should be listened to. And I tend to push myself on that because, yes, you like me in some ways, but what do you want? What do you want from the David 3000 Network? What shows do you want? Also, too, I'm going to challenge some of you guys, because I think you all have great talent. All your shows have it. And we, again, need weekend shows. We need morning programs. We need programs that will air in the mornings, now that that whole morning block is completely scraped. So these are things that we're going to be talking about and discussing. They might have some repetitiveness in them in each meeting next month. But the bottom line is, if you're interested and you have a time that you're freed up with, notify David via instant messenger. Give him the date and that you're going to show, and we'll see you then. Now, for the Popcorn Panel, who airs their programs at 8 o'clock on Tuesday nights, we'll meet up with you on other time, probably right before June 1st. Okay, so we would like to get together with you guys on a separate date, because we know you guys have to host 4 weeks of the Popcorn Panel. So the guys from Rant and Rave, we want you as well. Surely I know you guys can spare a day on Tuesday. Come on Wednesday and promote on Wipe Those Tears. The open invitation is for everybody to come and spend time with us on the Tier Master Show. That would be great. I would love that. If you'd like to be a guest on the Saturdays with McVeigh and Jay and be a part of our group, you're more than welcome to. The open invitation to come on these shows is for you. Okay? We're not going to restrict anybody. We haven't. And surely if you felt like you was left out, I want to apologize for that if you've ever felt like that. I wouldn't have known, and maybe if that was the case. Either way, we're going to settle this next month. We're going to have these meetings, and we're going to come to the compromisation that, and the new rules also too, about if you can't show up to a specific game that you were scheduled to play, who to notify. If you're a host of a specific program, you are responsible for your group and not me or David. So it's kind of something like, we can't be the network police or the babysitters. So each of the hosts who host a program, you are responsible for that. Okay. You were given that. You stepped up to the plate. You took the responsibility. Now we ask you that if something does happen, you take responsibility for it. And that way we don't have to go around and, stop in and drop in and see what's going on. We would like periodic, updates to see what's going on. Let us know how the show is doing. Okay. And if you have any suggestions for us to make it a little bit easier, we are open to this. It's going to be working both ways, where it's a win-win situation, folks. I'm looking forward to the summer season. I know you guys are. So with these meetings, we're going to go ahead and put our cards on the table. Thank you for listening to me. I don't want to spend any more time to give, not, talking about what we're going to cover in the meetings because it is an open forum, but I do hope you will attend. I encourage you to attend because this is for you. Okay. And again, we'll have these meetings, these same meetings with the going into the fall schedule in August. I thank you very much for a fantastic evening. Have a great night. And remember always to be honest, to be real, keep it simple, and do you. Good night.